So I'm at work the other day and I get a call from a very frightened Jackie that goes something like this. Jack, there's a bear trying to get into the pig pen. What? There's a bear trying to get into the pig pen. What do I do? Go yell at it and scare it off. I'm doing that. It's not running away. Go get a gun. I don't want to do that. Okay, I'll call our neighbor. And I called our neighbor who lives down the road. He came by with a shotgun, fired a few rounds near the bear, not at the bear. And the bear took off into the woods, and I thought we were good. At least I thought we were good. How's everyone doing today? Not anymore. It's over there. Go get it. Cornish are looking pretty good. We have one that's doing something funky with his balance. I don't know what's exactly going on there. We're about 5 weeks old right now, so we've got 3 more weeks on these, and they will be going to freezer camp. 3, maybe 4 weeks. We're still kind of perfecting the whole pastured Cornish cross thing. They take just a hair longer than if you're actually doing them in tractors. Everyone's looking good, aside from that one. So we started with 50. We've got 49 right now. We only lost 1 chick, and I feel like we may lose 1 at the 5-week mark, which is pretty good for Cornish. This whole bear thing happened last Tuesday, and if it had ended there, it wouldn't be the end of the world. I probably wouldn't even be making this video. We live in the woods. We're in New Hampshire. We have black bears around. They generally are not aggressive toward people or animals. They just kind of do their thing and move on. But I was up north turkey hunting with my buddy Dan this past weekend for the spring opener. And I got another call from Jackie.
Okay, so Tuesday around 5 o'clock last week, Emma and I and the dogs were coming out the back door here, like we usually do when I get off work to collect eggs and just hang out. And out of the corner of my eye, I saw something move along this back fence here, and I looked over and I was like, oh my gosh, that's a bear. And so I very quickly got my dogs back inside and also Emma, and grabbed my phone and started making a lot of noise, like, hey bear, get out of here, like you're supposed to do. The bear was not responding to any noise I was making. I quickly turned on the electric fencing for the chickens just for extra safety, continued to try to make noise. Again, bear still wasn't doing anything, but he finally started to waltz forward, so I ran in the house to go out the front. By the time I got out the front, he was over by our piglet pen. Again, I went on the front porch making lots of noise, didn't care, just kind of sat there and looked at me. By that point, Jack called me. He was at work. I ran out and I jumped in his truck because he had happened to have my car that day. I started the car and I drove down towards him and honking the horn, yelling, just sat there and looked at me, no big thing. So at that point I started panicking because he really was like kind of pacing around and kind of was looking like he was gonna go up a tree, but then he was like going towards the pigs. We got off the phone and Jack called our neighbor who was home and was able to come down. By the time my neighbor got down here, he was able to just shoot a couple rounds into the ground to scare it off, and that was the only thing that made that bear run. The bear was gone for a few days. Now it's Saturday of the same week, and we were out here all day making noise, mowed the grass. We go inside about 2:30 because I was gonna go to my parents and then get my vaccine. And no sooner was I inside for about 2 minutes, our dog started going nuts. And I look out the window and sure enough, the bear was back, this time at our piglet pen again, very close to it. He was standing right by their water, like very close this time, almost kind of in our driveway. So I quickly ran back inside, and this time I had the handgun, and so I got that, and by the time I ran back outside, it was gone. And I was looking around because I figured it hadn't gone very far, and then I hear the chickens back here going crazy. And so I run out back, and sure enough, he's back in the same spot I initially saw him. So I jumped in, I shut the electric off here, and I jumped into the pen and walked across. He was right about over there on the other side of the fence. I, at that point, said, like, you know, again, hey bear, get out of here. This bear is back. Get out of here! Get out of here! And he started to kind of saunter, and I shot one into the ground. He took off and started running, then kind of stopped at the stone wall. So then I shot another round into the dirt, and he kept taking off.
This is a big deal for us because the pigs, at the age they're at right now, are still too young to really defend themselves against a bear. Coyotes typically will stay away from pigs. They don't want to mess with a pack of pigs, even younger pigs. Bears, on the other hand, because they're such a large predator, they don't typically get scared off by pigs. They will attack pigs. They'll try to go after the pig's grain. In this case, there was no pig grain out. They had been fed in the morning. We feed them one time in the morning. Because of this, we don't want grain kicking around. I actually just got off the phone with the USDA. I had put in a call with Fish and Game over the weekend, and he kind of said to do what we're doing. You know, he said, it seems like you know about electric fence already. I did put in this extra strand. It's kind of hard to see, but I put in an extra strand of electric fence all the way around the top of the pig pen. So if a bear was to come back, it would hit that and get shocked and hopefully scared off. Obviously, losing 9 piglets would be a devastating loss to us in our farming season. But because we operate on such a small scale, losing even 1 or 2 piglets would be a pretty big loss for us. So anything we can do to keep this guy from coming back and harming our animals, we're going to do. Thanks for watching, everybody. We appreciate each and every one of our viewers. If you're not already a subscriber, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. As always, have a great day.